to my channel. Today I'm going to do a very much requested list and demo of how to do your own acrylic and gel nails at home. I am going to also add a list at the end of every item that you will need to be able to start doing this at home for yourself. I am not professionally trained, so my technique is not perfect. It is going to be how to apply the acrylic after you have your nails on, how to do the curing, and again, what is everything that you need, what to look out for, and to make sure that you don't purchase the wrong items. I don't need to hear that I'm doing X, Y, and Z wrong. I am always pleased with the end result, and I always get compliments. Okay, so on this table is everything that you need to start for basic acrylic with gel nails. Everything here, aside from these bowls, I got at Amazon.com. They're not that expensive per bottle, so you don't have to stick with the brand that I got on any of this stuff. You can get whatever fits your budget. Just make sure you're getting the right items. Okay, so the biggest thing that you need is your curing machine right here. Again, any brand will do. Mine is Dularf. Your cure is what basically makes this gel work, make it all happen. You will also need some nails. Now I prefer stiletto nails, but you can get whatever shape that you like. You are probably going to have to cut them down, but yeah, you get a thing of these. There's 500 tips in here. There's also the option to get some that come in little Ziploc bags. All of our nails are all different, even on our 10 fingers. So fit and see which nail, which nail goes on which nail on your actual hand. So once you have that, you need some ultra quick glue, not brush on glue. You want the glue that looks like this. It dries pretty quick. And that's what you put into the well of the tip. And I also, for good measure, put a couple dots on my finger, place it on, press and hold, just like they do in the nail shop. So you might do better to get a couple of these at one time. This is your Acetone Professional Remover. I like this Onyx that I get. This is what I use when I am changing out my nails. Of course, if you have regular polish on right now and you go get the stuff, you also need this to remove that. And I will get into the technique that I use for removing my nails and the polish. You will need the drill. I pulled the plug off so it's not as cumbersome, but there is a drill set. Again, these are they're not as expensive as you think. You can pick the set that you want, and they come with different drill bits. This is what you're going to really use, is the sander. So yeah, there is a plug that goes with. I already did it. This is for cutting the tips right here. That looks familiar. So when you get your tips on and you're like, yeah, that's too long for me, you can cut them down. Filing. Files have been hard for me, and I'm just gonna go ahead and stick with this brand. I like mine really hard and coarse. This came in a 10-pack, and this is Makartt, M-A-K-A-R-T-T. These will file. These will shape. These will file. They will file down too. They're awesome. I absolutely love them, and I've made the mistake before of just grabbing, the first files that I saw, and they were too soft for me. And then you're also going to need the buffing block. And again, I prefer super coarse. And then this side for the polishing soft of the nail. And then, of course, brushes. These two are nice and thin for application of your acrylic. I prefer them, and so my daughter does her nails as well, and she prefers this as well. I have actually like about 4 or 5 different sized brushes that can be used for applying acrylic. And that one is my challenge, is getting enough acrylic on. My daughter's nails last longer than mine do. And again, that's just trial and error. And then I have tiny brushes like this that are super thin, and they're multi-purpose for me. I sometimes use them for when I'm putting the glue on for stones. I use them to do cleanup around my skin. If I get paint or something extra on it, I dip it in the acetone. I keep the little jar and have the acetone there, and I use it to clean. So it's kind of multi-purpose, but it's super thin. So that's what if you can grab a couple of these. And then for your cuticles, you can get this rubber, or you can do the orange wood. I prefer the orange wood. It's what works for you, what you like. And you also need your kabuki brush, because you will make a bit of a powdery mess when you're using the drill and filing. So this is what your nail technician uses, right, to clean the space. So there you go, there's that. And then for the acrylic, you want a white acrylic powder or clear. I use a lot of Mia's Secret, and Mia's Secret sells things in kits or sets too. And for this, you need a monomer. Again, Mia's Secret sells it. She actually does they actually do the monomer with the powder. This is the regular one, Professional Nail System. So you're not going to run out of this too much. I just got the UV LED monomer, and it's odorless. So I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to try that this week and see how it goes. But you need that with the acrylic powder. Your nails on. Before you put your nails on, you need just a light brushing of the Nail Prep Dehydrator. So you need to get any brand, I believe, will work. Here is the cuticle oil, which whatever your preference is. That's great to do before you put on the dehydrator. So that's part of nail prep. And here is brush cleaner. I use this actually to not only clean my brushes, I use it to clean out my little dishes. And this is your base coat. Again, you want the ones for the job. So make sure you're getting the proper base coat. Again, it can be any brand. And Dappen Dishes. Mine are kind of messy. They come in all kinds. There's some with like the lids, you know, you see them. I believe they also come in metal. And you put your powder in one, and you put your monomer in the other. So you dip your brush in the monomer, get the extraneous off, get your little bubble ball on the end in here, and that's how you're doing your job. So I use alcohol, even though I have non-wipe top coat. I still, when I'm done, like to run the alcohol pad over my finished product. And alcohol kind of helps clean some of your items that get sticky. Top coat. So yes, we have the non-wipe top coat. You know, after your final color is cured, you put the top coat on. Cure it. A good top coat is what you need, and this one is nice and thick, so I can use nice thin layers of it, and don't have to use a lot. Now for getting started, these two bowls, I just got these like at a dollar store or Target, I forgot where. They're just two very well used bowls. So I do the soak method. So say you have your nails done, you have your acrylics on, and you want to change them out completely. I first, to not waste time, I just cut them down to where the, you know, to the nub. I will drill the paint off, and then in one bowl I will put water almost 3/4 of the way up, or a little bit over a half. I will put water. I will microwave it for about 70 seconds so it's warm to hot. Then I put the other bowl on top once it comes out, and I put this in it. Do not put remover in the microwave. Remember which bowl you're using. Sniff the bowl. I put some remover in here and I soak my hands, and that will get everything off. And then you may have to drill a bit or use your buffer some more, the coarse side, to get your nails completely clean of product. But that's what I use. Now there's also at Amazon you can get those tips that you put on, you know, and that can take off, I don't know how much longer. I know in the salon it seemed to take forever for me, but that's just not my preference. It's just too many little bits to worry about. But they do have the tips online. So basically this is everything you need to get started. I use this one. I can't pronounce it, but I use this and another brand, which will be on the list at the end, and it says gel polish, UV and LED soak off. And that's how you know you're getting actual real gel polish. So I buy polish all the time. There are polished kits that are reasonably priced. You can get seasonal stuff, jelly colors, the cat eye kits. So you can get kits with like 3 to 4 polishes in them. And then you can also go in and pick individual colors. So yeah, I did it on Amazon. You can do it at Amazon, or you can do it at a nail supply or beauty supply store. And that's all you need really to get started. And definitely protect whatever you're using. We use, I use a lot of paper towels. I put paper towels under my bowls when I'm soaking. Obviously, when I paint, you know, I have paper towel there. We'll get to how to do the basics of putting on the acrylic with the monomer and base coat, color, and top coat, and doing the curing part coming up.